implementation plan. Solo, good news, or should we wait with bated breath, not too sure that it may be another, in the previous administration, things were announced that never happened.
Yes.
This one year has gone, we're in the second year, it's now a full law. We are waiting for the implementation plan, but can we have too much time to wait?
We can't have too much time to wait, and I will also be waiting with a bated breath because of our past history. Either than that, once they have moved the discussions and not further, when you pass an act or make something a law, that means you mean business. I think it's a positive step, but I will still wait for what will happen. Other than that, 24-hour economy is an efficiently managed economy. If your economy is doing very well, it will translate itself into 24-hour economy. I looked at the proposals that contained in the law, and it seems beautiful on paper. If you say people that are going to run two shift system, you are going to give them 25% tax rebate. It's a good thing. I mean, it's an incentive.
Right.
Those that are going to run 3 shifts, you are going to give them 50% tax rebate. It's an incentive. And also, the focal areas is so key. I think they took, once again, let me pat the president and then Dr. Gusitando at the back for also going beyond their NDC manifesto to take a look at the Great Transformation Plan once again.
They took it from you, you say?
They took a cue because you don't remember we gave them a copy of the GTP,
yes,
and
you gave me a copy too.
Yes, 10 strategic anchor industries. What we did was to look at which areas that as a country we import a lot, for which reason we ship a lot of dollars from the system.
Okay.
So having identified those goods or products, we look at which ones we have comparative advantage. There are certain products and services you don't need extra hard work. What does it take to be planting tomatoes and I mean legumes and grains?
But we have seen that before with the Ghana map and showing us which raw material is where and which factories will be set where. We've seen that before.
Yeah, but
it didn't happen.
That is why, in the earlier discussions, I questioned the NAPCO vis-a-vis the one district, one factory. The one district, one factory was to deal with what you were saying. You look at the map and then comparative advantage, you set up an industry in a particular location. What the then government was to do should have passed the law to back the 1D, 1F, should have guaranteed for the private sector. It went to Parliament for them to guarantee for the private sector so that when they went to banks, their loans will have a lower interest rate. They never did because of politics. You understand? Rather, they invested the money at NAPCO. The entire one district, one factory, they gave it a budgetary allocation for the entire period, less than 500 million Ghana cedis, and invested close to 5 billion into the NAPCO. So it told you the direction, the appetite of the then administration.
But the factories would have created a lot more jobs.
That is, you see, that's why sometimes you see when people come here with big titles, I said, forget about the title. Listen carefully to the person that is holding the title, whether or not in common and in plain language is making sense. How can he invest more in chop? That graduates, people that have finished university, you'll be paying them 700 cedis every month, and you deprive companies that could be working and then employing these same people and be giving them 10,000, 15,000.
But some of the companies also got the monies.
Yes.
And they were supposed to expand.
Yes.
And they didn't.
No, because of the broadcast with the money.
I don't know about that.
Those was free gift.
I don't know about that.
You know the one district, one factory. When the MPP came to power, they decided to take it from Alan Chamante. They set up a secretariat.
Yes, that's
and
correct.
Then put Gifty Ohene Kunadu there. Alan had to fight the administration because in their mind, Alan was going to work to broaden the industrial space, and he would have advantage of the base and for that matter, their internal primaries. So right from 2017, people were thinking about succession plan.
So we get over this thing.
Why am I? It's part of the discussions we are doing.
No, you have formed your party now.
Oh,
you
see, the past must help to reshape.
So was that why Alan left the MPP?
Alan left, not because of that.
So because of what?
Because of the way and manner the MPP itself has transformed itself from New Patriotic Party to Nana People's Party. They were not having any ideological
Nana's People's Party
for them to be
speaking to your mic.
You understand?
Nana's People's Party.
Clearly, now there is a law, and some of us will take advantage of the law. Because if you are a businessman and you have the technical eye, all you need to do is to go and take the act and look at the pleasure of this administration,
Right.
where they want to invest, and then you approach them. I believe they will be talking to their banks alone. That's why some of us were also against the idea of collapsing indigenous banks, because
We consolidated the
no,
banks.
they collapsed them. They
We
collapsed them.
consolidated
I
the
know
banks.
we had Unibank. It took Nana Akufo-Addo to collapse Unibank.
Consolidated Bank Ghana.
Consolidated bank. Ever since they got themselves consolidated, I've been approaching them for a facility. Not even here.
Maybe you don't qualify.
Which one don't qualify?
Maybe you don't
Which
qualify.
one
Maybe you don't have
qualify?
the collateral. The
Well,
proper
I have
collateral.
collateral. When Unibank was there, I moved there, they gave me. You people came consolidated. We knock at you tell us big English.
Unibank, maybe you had a friend in there.
Which one? I was going with my business plan, do for with that foresight. They were giving me. You understand? Why did they collapse Sedu Agungo's bank, Heritage Bank?
Who collapsed that bank?
Then they could and Baumia and go.
No, the banking sector, you know, it
How
was.
does
At the time they were collapsing Heritage Bank had met the threshold, the 400 million minimum capital requirement.
Yeah.
They said Sedu Agongo's face didn't look good.
Oh,
he wasn't part
come-
of the
come.
clique.
Oh, so
That was the reason. But someone, a party that could improve.
Who said that?
Having to listen to Sedu Agongo's interview,
Slow down.
his own interview.
But he
Look,
said, how could that be true?
that
How
is-
do you listen
No,
to
but that's-
somebody's
Somebody
interview?
who is been accused.
that is
accused
even
of something?
charitable. Have you listened
So
to?
where are the documents to
Kofi
prove
Amwabin?
that?
Have you listened to him?
Yes, I've
Johnny.
listened to him.
That because he went to a program, to Otiman's program, and danced, the next day they invited him to the police
But
headquarters.
these are,
They started
these are
investigating.
TikTok.
They-
These are TikTok.
So you
videos.
mean Kofi Amwabin is TikTok?
Oh, he
You
said
mean
that.
he said
Oh, he
that
said that.
interview? You see,
Actually.
you are
But-
not listening to the people.
But Johnny, listen. You see,
Amwabin of old.
You see,
He brought
you
YouTube
don't
banks that
listen to
employed a
somebody's-
lot of people.
look, you don't listen
So
to
he went
somebody.
and he
so-
showed the dance. In fact, he showed the dance that he went to dance, based on which he was invited by the CID boss, the Yoko boss, the OSP.
But he too, why was he dancing like that in front of the
But the
president?
dancing was good. It was sweet. He was dancing his sorrows away. You remember at that time
in
they.
front of the president.
But why? The president. Why? If you are president, we can't dance in front of you. Hey, president for 4 years, 5 years. That president.
It's
We're going to former president.
It's Ketis.
Okay.
Which one is the supreme? So the
The
sovereign-
protocols and practices, Solo.
Yeah,
Johnny, that dance, didn't you like it? So because the president Akufo-Addo was there,
We were not in
Amwabin
the club.
danced,
We were
and
not-
Amwabin
we
was
were not in
invited
the club.
to the CID. How cheap?
We were not in
how
the
cheap
club.
we could reduce our governance?
We're not. Look, on a more serious note, Johnny.
Which one is
let
more
me
serious
just make this point. Solo, are you telling me that
Yes.
if I go for a
The
job
best in
interview,
the
I don't
morning
get the
is
job?
on
Yeah.
And I come and tell you
92.7
that because
Sunrise
of my
on
beard, they
3
didn't give me
FM.
the job. You go to the market shopping that they deny Emmanuel Kotin job because he had a beard.
That is not the case. If you make that allegation,
Abin said it.
Uh-huh.
Abongo said it.
Yeah.
You didn't listen to the other
The
side.
other side,
You
they-
didn't even go to the Bank of Ghana to verify the document.
But Ima,
That cannot happen.
but-
Why didn't they collapse?
Ima,
at
use
other
the mic.
bank?
Ima, use the mic. Use the mic.
The fact is that
you ask me why did
we
they
were
collapse the other
all against using the billions of Ghanaians taxpayers' money to collapse these banks because of the effects, the job lost, the effect on livelihood and other things. But we cannot come and make politics out of
It
it.
is not being making.
because
So you mean
somebody said
Kofi
this,
Amwabin
somebody
is
said that,
doing
somebody-
politics?
No,
Do you believe Kofi Amwabin will do politics?
But Ima, in a country
not me
where
saying it,
in a
Joe.
country where we
We
can
all condemn that.
in a
act
country
because
where-
that money that we use in
So
collapsing
you believe
these banks,
Amwabin was
Johnny,
lying?
if we wanted to inject that money into these banks, especially Pakusindum's banks, because my place in Saboba, that was the first bank
The
to get
best
there.
in the morning
It gave
is
relief
on
to farmers.
92.7
If you travel to the rural
Sunrise
areas,
on 3
you find
FM.
Pakusindum.
Yes, GN Bank.
Yes.
GN Bank.
And he kind of gave market women financial
Support,
literacy.
yeah.
So the point is that
So to me,
yes,
I condemn that. We all condemn that. But don't come and say
it is not me saying it. It is Amwabin saying
so
it.
hold on.
It was Bank of Ghana that
the
took
Bank of Ghana. Thank you.
Is Bank of Ghana a political entity?
No,
It's not.
Governor of Bank of Ghana is appointed by the president.
Ima, let me play the devil's advocate. In a country where we can deny Rasta people education,
And it's not the best guy in the US doing
can we not
wonders.
look at somebody's face and now say that we won't give you this education?
Oh, but I find it very, very unacceptable or very difficult to believe that because somebody danced before
The man said it.
he said it, but
Yeah,
how
but
factual is
But
that?
nobody has denied that.
Maybe they don't have time to do
don't
that.
have-
They know it's the truth because he said it not in secret.
Solo, will
He
you
said
respond
it.
to untruth if you feel that it amounts to
Hey,
nothing?
hey, if I went somewhere and on air I said Emmanuel Kotin
No,
is
I
an
think
armed robber,
the-
would you say, and you know
The
it's
court
not
has
true, would you
given
not
an
respond?
order, send the Wesley girls case, right? That they should
The hijab,
allow
the hijab.
the hijab and give them
During
food.
Ramadan,
Yes.
right.
So it's an interesting ruling.
They said what?
They've given an order
That what?
that
The
Wesley
hijab
girls
should be
must
allowed
allow the hijab
To wear their hijab. Anyway,
and allow Muslim ladies to practice their
That's
faith.
their
And I
religion.
think they've given 6 months for that to be regularized in all public institutions.
You the implementation we are here.
I think that religious schools, if they want to maintain their old time stuff, they
Right.
shouldn't be gagged.
let me
into
quickly
turning the
let,
schools into public schools and things. I need to have a
let
bite
me
on
yeah,
the
let me quickly get
24-hour
your
economy.
thoughts on it
You see, the 24-hour economy, Johnny, I really
from
want,
from a security
well, yes,
perspective.
I really want to ask other countries that are practicing 24-hour
Economy.
economy. Did it take by way of legislation to do that? Africa will make things big deal. You see, the 24-hour economy is a very
The
good
best
policy.
in the morning
It
is
should go
on
beyond party slogan
92.7
and become
Sunrise
a
on
national
3
policy.
FM.
Right.
The 1D1F, right, was a good policy that should have gone beyond political slogan and made a national
But
policy.
there was no law back in it.
That's why I'm saying that.
Go ahead.
I'll
Go
have
ahead. Make your point.
We have the National Development Planning Commission, right?
Right.
I think this country, what we need is a 10 or 20 years strategic plan. That any political party that comes will be forced to what? To respect same.
Right.
Because I see this policy as another government coming to power in the future, and if they have numbers in parliament, they can decide to do whatever they want to do. Like we are seeing the reversal of name change of public places and things like that. I think as a country, those things don't help us. We have very serious issues to concentrate on. But to me, I think that we need to lay the infrastructure first before we roll out the 24-hour economy. Security-wise, I think is very critical,
Right.
especially given the times we live in. Our response rate to crime is very low. The kind of security we practice here is visibility. That's all. When you are under attack by armed robbers and you call the police, they will ask you the kind of weapons the armed robbers are using and things like that. Or they will come when they have finished the operation and left.
Right.
So I think that we have a lot to do, and the NDC government should not make it as if it's a party manifesto they want to what? Fulfill. They should bring other stakeholders into it.
Okay.
So that's why they should have had a public conversation.
But that is why
around
the law
it.
is
I'm
there.
coming.
It's not a law.
Before the law, they should have had some form of public
But there was a
engagement.
public again. The public again is Parliament debating it. Parliament is a representation of
So
all
look,
of us.
So
He wanted a town hall meeting kind of
Town hall.
The
arrangement.
last time
You
Kenofurata
can't-
did town hall
you- no.
meeting, he ended us up in a
No,
very
you
difficult
can't
situation. If
equate
that's
town
not
hall
together.
meetings to what Parliament is doing.
Seven
Sunrise
is
on
telling
3
me,
FM, the
it's
best in
telling
the
me
morning.
Some
that to
Yeah,
those
yeah.
assets, neighboring countries compensate cocoa farmers with 3,600. Consider relocating your member farmers to those nations.
Atuguba. So our farmers relocate.
I'm going to say it's
Yes,
good.
I read
there's
this.
a very sad issue.
reading
Thir-
this
30
on
seconds if you see it on TV3 now. An 18-year-old gentleman knocked down a security guard
Oh,
unconscious at the Ridge Hospital.
oh.
He was literally restricting him. I think he was being belligerent.
Oh.
And he hit the guy and so he's been arrested.
Oh.
And I like the swift response of the police. Good morning to COP Donko, the Director General of CID. I don't know how
But you know, it emanates from
He's been
what?
denied entry to the maternity ward. He wanted to enter the maternity
and do
ward.
what?
To go and do what?
It was past visiting hours, and he wanted to enter the maternity ward. You know, because of the children and their susceptibility to infections, etc. They don't allow people.
And you go and point a security person.
He
like
hit him. The guy. You should see how he was handling the guy. I mean, the guy fell down unconscious, and he would pick him up and literally drop him and pick him up and drop him. So he's been arrested, and I am very happy that he has
they
been
have to
arrested.
swiftly deal with him.
Yes.
So Johnny, this 24-hour economic thing, good policy, but we must minimize the politics in it. Otherwise, it will become another.
I'm going to look at
wasted
areas
investment. When they say
You
change
can
of
take
government
advantage.
and-
Yes,
I hear you.
Look at the areas to take advantage.
It must come to stay so we can get a lot more factories.
Exactly.
But this is a very sad issue. Very
But
sad.
it links to what is happening in our various secondary schools. Last time I was listening to West Africa Secondary School.
Right.
Students chasing teachers, in fact, beating them up.
You know, one happened at Adisadel College.
Drugs.
Adisadel College, where a student's like forehead was hit on the side of the bunk bed.
Yes.
You remember that
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
that
yeah.
video?
Yes.
What happened to that?
No,
issue?
nothing.
There are many others.
No.
What do you call it?
Johnny, do you
Accra
know-
High School.
Accra High School, and even the
Johnny,
recently,
do you know
the
my
history
children
radio.
were in a disco at this other.
Right.
After that video, I withdrew my children from the school.
Wow.
Yes.
Because it was
Two
just
of my children were in at this other. After that video, I withdrew them.
Good thinking.
Yeah.
We have to go. And let's wish a few good people happy birthday. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday to you. But